solutions, add-on desires.
Welcome to Added Solution. This is Kranti Kumar, Department of Chemistry. I am here with the topic acids, bases and salts. In the last class, in the 8th and 7th class, we had already studied about acids, bases. Okay, so in extra, in this class we are going to discuss about salts also. With including acids, bases, we are going to study salts. Okay, so at first, what is meant by acid and what is meant by base? So according to, in general, according to 8th and 7th standard, the compounds or solutions which are sour to taste are considered as acids, and which are soapy to touch are classified into bases, isn't it? But after getting indicators, so there are natural indicators, synthetic indicators. So by the lichen plant, we can make natural indicator. That is already studied in 7th standard. By testing the compounds with indicators, like if blue litmus, by keeping of litmus paper in a solution, if blue color changes it into red color, then those solutions are classified as bases, isn't it, or classified as acids. The solution which changes blue litmus into red litmus are classified into acids, while the solutions which changes red litmus into blue are called bases, isn't it? So according to, by testing with indicators, we can say the definitions of acids and bases. After that, some more synthetic indicators, methyl orange and phenolphthalein indicator. So even with that also we can test acids and bases, right? So in this chapter we are going to discuss about the acids and bases. What about their properties, chemical properties? Acids, acidic properties and chemical properties, acidic properties and basic properties. Then after, how do they react with metals? How do they react with metal carbonate? How do they react with non-metals? How do they react with metal oxides? Okay, so this is very important, how the acids react with metals, metal oxides, metal carbonate, metal hydrogen carbonate, and even with the bases also, the same way bases also. And how do acids react with the bases? So that is what about salt. If acid react with the bases, it produces salt and water. Salt and water, then we call it as a neutralization reaction. In this chapter we will discuss clear about salts. So coming to the chapter, at first one activity is given, general question was given. If someone is suffering from your family, if someone is suffering from acidity after overheating, what is the remedy? So he given option also, lemon juice, vinegar and baking soda. Which one is a remedy for the person who is suffering from acidity after overheating? So definitely the answer was baking soda, isn't it? Why? So within the lemon juice, vinegar and baking soda, lemon juice and vinegar are acids. Already the person is suffering from acidity. The basic solution will give the neutralization reaction. So if a person is suffering from acidity, he should take the base, that will be the best solution to neutralize that over acidity. So the person who is suffering from acidity should take baking soda solution. So even that acidity remedy like ENO, all those are having baking soda solutions which neutralizes the over acidity. Okay, so then after, indicators. So what are the types of indicators? Natural indicator and synthetic indicator. In synthetic indicator, again phenolphthalein and methyl orange indicator. So let me start with indicators. Okay. See here, natural indicator, synthetic indicator. So the indicator that are obtained from plants are known as natural indicators. So these are the indicators which are obtained from plants. So these are called as natural indicators. What are natural indicators? See, colored petals of some flowers such as hydrangea, okay, petunia, geranium are also used as indicator. Example, turmeric, okay, China rose, red cabbage, grape juice. So these are called as natural indicators. See in the examples, okay. So you may remember that turmeric, China rose, red cabbage and grape juice, which are natural indicators, and we had already experienced, I mean we had already done experiment with these indicators, isn't it? So that is in the 7th standard. Okay, so this is about a natural indicator which obtained from plants. See, synthetic indicator. Litmus solution, synthetic nothing but which made, okay, so with certain chemicals or inorganic compound. Litmus solution is a dye extracted from lichen. Okay, so this is about litmus paper. He is explaining about litmus paper. Nothing but it is a synthetic indicator made by, I mean obtained from lichen plant, a plant belonging to the division of Thallophyta. Okay, so important bit, lichen is a which group plant it is? Thallophyta group, and is used as indicator. In neutral solution, litmus color is purple. Okay, important. So in why the point is given means, so we have already studied that blue litmus, if blue litmus change it into red color, then that indicates acid. So if red litmus is converted into blue litmus, that indicates base, isn't it? So what about neutral? If litmus paper is placed in neutral solution, the color of litmus is purple. Very important. Okay, right, these are synthetic indicator. Litmus paper is a synthetic indicator extracted from lichen plant, right? So by these indicators we can test the compound whether it is whether it belongs to acids or bases. Okay, so we have one more indicator also is present in this chapter, that is olfactory indicator. Olfactory indicator. Okay, so that is also indicator which indicate the solution by its smell. Okay, if indicator is kept in the solution, I mean in a acid solution or base solution, if it changes the color, I mean if it changes the smell, is it changing or not changing? If it changes, it is considered as some. If it is not changed, then it is considered as some. Okay, so we will discuss in this chapter about olfactory indicator. Coming to the next. So based on the indicators we can classify the solutions into acids and bases. Then see here some important properties. Okay, so important properties about acids and bases. See here, what are acids? Actually, what are acids? The compound so which are sour to taste, sour to taste are called as acids. Like if we take lemon water. Okay, so within activity, if lemon water is poured on a turmeric paper, then it turns into red color, isn't it? Here the turmeric as a indicator, acts as a indicator. So turmeric nothing but yellow color. Okay, if turmeric powder is okay painted to a paper, if lemon drops or pour on a paper, lemon paper, I mean turmeric paper, it turns into red color. That is activity which is done in our 7th standard. Okay, so based on that activity we can define acids. The solutions which are sour to taste are considered as acids. Then what about bases? The solutions which are bitter in taste are considered as bases. Okay, while bases are soapy to touch, like soapy to touch. Okay, So see here, some important acids turn blue litmus into red color. Taste sour, isn't it? Acids corrode metals. Acids corrode metals. Why? Because which contain hydronium ion. Okay, which contain hydronium ion. In this chapter, we will discuss about that also. Positively charged hydrogen ions, H plus ions are present in acids. Okay, coming to the bases. So turn blue litmus to red is acids, then turn red litmus to blue or bases, which are bitter in taste, and negatively charged ions, OH minus ions, while acids contain positive charged ions, H plus ions, bases contain negative charged ions, OH minus, and feel slippery. So that is what I told, soapy to touch, so which are slipper in nature. The next, most hand soaps and drain cleaners are bases. Okay, hand soaps are basic in nature, while strong bases are caustic. Okay, strong bases can be used as a caustic. This is about a small important properties about acids and bases. Coming to the next. Okay, so in our textbook given that chemical properties of acids and bases, and one activity is given. See here, collect the samples from the science laboratory. So such are take some chemicals, so hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, okay, potassium hydride, sodium chloride, sodium hydroxides. Okay, so take whatever the chemicals which are in your lab and test it. So that is the activity. Take 4 watch glasses. Okay, so take 4 watch glasses and put 1 drop of the first solution in each one of them and test the solution as follows. So right, take any 4 solutions and put a drop. For example, I am taking HCl in the first watch glass. This is HCl, and this is H2SO4, sulfuric acid. I am taking sulfuric acid in the second watch glass, and I am taking sodium hydroxide in third watch glass, sodium hydroxide solution. Okay, then I am taking ammonium hydroxide in fourth watch glass. Test each solution according to these steps. See here, dip the blue litmus paper in the first watch glass. So take blue litmus paper which is blue, and test. Dip the red litmus paper in the second watch glass, red litmus paper in the second watch glass. Drop a methyl orange indicator, methyl orange to the third watch glass, methyl orange for third watch glass. Phenolphthalein indicator for the fourth indicator. Okay, so take watch glasses and put a drop of first solution. Just take only one solution, not a different. So take HCl only in the first watch glass, second watch glass, and third watch glass also. Here the indicators are changing, isn't it? Indicators are changing. What happens when blue litmus paper is placed in first watch glass? Okay, so it is acid, isn't it? Hydrochloric acid, I mean HCl, nothing but either it is acids or bases. So it is considered, it is categorized into acids. So we don't know about that solution whether it is acid or bases. So what happens when blue litmus paper is kept in HCl solution? What happens when red litmus paper is kept in HCl solution? What happens when methyl orange indicator is kept in HCl solution? What happens when phenolphthalein indicator is kept in HCl solution? What is happening means, so here somewhat changes in its color, isn't it? So if it is acid, we know very well that in acids, blue litmus paper turns into acid. Blue litmus paper turns into red, isn't it? So if it is acid, then blue litmus paper changes into red litmus paper. While if it is base, if the solution, HCl solution is a base, then it turns into red litmus to blue litmus. For example, if it is acid, HCl is an acid, turns blue litmus to red litmus. Then what about red litmus? So the color of red litmus remains the same when it is kept in acid solution. Okay, so like in the what happens when methyl orange indicator is added to the acid solutions. So if it is acid, HCl is an acid. Okay, it turns into yellow color, it turns into pink color. Okay, see in the next slide, all the colors are given in one box. Okay, just I given all the colors in one box. What happens when it is kept in acid and bases? About four indicators: blue litmus, red litmus, methyl orange, phenolphthalein indicator. Okay, better to note down in your notebook, and it is very important. See here, blue litmus in acid, so alkali nothing but it is in basic nature. Okay, basic, right. Okay, so here blue litmus turns into red color when it is in acid. Blue litmus changes red color into red color when it is kept in acid, while blue litmus remains same when it is kept in bases. That is what I explained, isn't it? So this is about blue litmus paper. Coming to the red litmus paper, if red litmus is placed in acid, it remains same, while red litmus is kept in bases, it turns into blue color. So very important, red changes into blue color. So this is about litmus paper in acids and bases. Then what about a methyl orange indicator? Methyl orange indicator is added to acid, it turns into pink color. While if methyl orange indicator is kept in basic solution, it turns into yellow color. This is about methyl orange indicator. Coming to the phenolphthalein indicator. So if phenolphthalein indicator is kept, if phenolphthalein indicator is added to the acid solution, it color less, remains the same. If it is added to the acid solution, phenolphthalein indicator is added to the acid solution, the color remains same, so colorless. And if it is added to the basic solution, phenolphthalein indicator is added to basic solution, it turns into pink color. So these are very important. So we know about litmus paper. When blue litmus kept in acid solution, it turns into red, while red litmus kept in basic solution, it turns into blue color. Okay, while about methyl orange, if methyl orange indicator is added to the acid solution, it turns pink color. Okay, so when it is methyl orange indicator is added to basic solution, it turns yellow color. Okay, for phenolphthalein indicator is added to acidic solution, the color remains same, colorless. If phenolphthalein indicator is added to the basic solution, it turns pink color. Okay, so this is about the color of solutions when it is added to the different indicators. Right, coming to the next.
Add-on solutions. Add-on desired.